My name is Eric Ellis. I'm president and CEO of Integrity Development Corporation. We're a management consulting firm out of Cincinnati, Ohio. I've been leading this business for 28 years. I'm a second generation diversity and inclusion consultant. My father was a pioneer in the field. The work that we do, we work with a lot of corporations helping them to develop diversity and inclusion solutions. So I've been doing that work for 28 years, and we've done a lot of training with major corporations, government agencies, police departments. And so about 15 years ago, I had a gentleman that was in one of my classes. He had come in and he had decided that he wasn't going to participate. I mean, he was just going to sit it out. He sat over in the corner. He never opened up his manual. He never raised his hand. He never went into any small group. And he just kind of glared at me as though, say something to me. But I know when there's an alligator in the room, so I just sort of, watch out for the mouth. And he did that for the first half of the day. And then after lunch, he was still doing the same thing. And certainly he caught everybody's attention. And a lot of times people ask me what I was thinking about when he was not saying anything. Did I think that he was racist, a bigot, but I'm kind of different. And I actually thought he's kind of putting up a resistance. In other words, he was standing up for himself. So in many ways, I was cheering for him. Like, hey, man, you're almost there. You can make it through the whole day and not do anything. And that's exactly what he did. The only problem was it was a 2-day class. And so he came back the next day and he sort of did the same thing, but about halfway through the morning, I could see him start to listen. And then right before the lunch break, he raised his hand. He says, I think I understand what this diversity thing is all about. I was like, what? And I felt like I was at the hospital with my first child being born. I was like, hold up, everybody shut up. Tell me what you understand. And these were his first words. And he told me that he was a farmer on the weekend. He said, what you're saying in a nutshell is that it's easier to recognize that junkyard dog if it's got you by the ankle. Now his buddies start chiming in like, Joe, oh my goodness, go back to sleep, man. What are you talking about? But I heard him, he said it again. He said, if a junkyard dog's on your ankle, you know it. But if that junkyard dog's on somebody else's ankle, it's not causing you any problems. I'll tell you, I learned some things that day. I thought we could have ended the class then. I mean, I'd been talking for a day and a half, and here this guy almost in one statement captured a significant learning. The learning for me was it's important to give people the freedom to resist if you're ever going to give them the opportunity to buy into something. For the next decade, I put in every training manual the principle of the junkyard dog, and I put a silhouette of a person and a silhouette of a junkyard dog. And what I see is that in this country right now, one of the greatest problems that we're facing is people are spending most of their energy focused on the things that affect them, and they have very little patience for things that affect others. In our work, we've designed a model that helps organizations to avoid backlash by recognizing that there are 3 major groups that you have to deal with. Sort of dominant culture employees, people that are white men that are affected by diversity issues based upon classism or age. You also have to deal with issues that relate to traditional diverse groups, gender, sort of race and ethnicity, LGBTQ. And then you have to deal with people at the individual level to make sure that if I knew everything I could learn about women, that doesn't guarantee me that I'm going to understand everything about each woman. So we have to develop some practices between supervisors and employees that allow them to build the best relationships that lead to the best results.